and allow it to become a habit. Allow it to become fuel for moving forward and embracing the presence that resides on the inside of you. Often we say, we are, I am, and we know that we have the great I am on the inside of us. And in that, my sisters, I want you to know that it's okay to be authentic. Be authentic in his presence. We were all made in his image and in his likeness, but he made no two of us the same. Be authentically who you were created to be without apology. Then there's something that we need to do. If we want to really experience present and we want to be present, then we need to focus. Focus on what's around us. Focus on what's being said. Focus on what's being seen. We need to listen. Listen. Because one thing that I know for certain, when you are secure in knowing who you are, when you present, people will begin to pay attention to you. You say, Val, okay, that sounds good, but I think I have low self-esteem. Baby, change your mind about what you have. I used to be one that had no self-esteem. Hear me clear. I stayed in the background. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be heard because I didn't understand the power of what was on the inside of me. But when I came to myself and I became aware and I became intentional, I said, you are going to hear me, you are going to see me, and they are going to align. See, some of us are doing a whole lot of talking, but when people look at you, they ain't seeing nothing. Huh? You talking loud and saying nothing because you don't even believe what you're saying. But when we understand presence, when we understand power, when we understand the prestige that we've been given as humans, as human beings here on this sphere called Earth, we are here on purpose. This is what you should do. This is what I do. When I walk into the room, because presence is in me, I let them see my confidence. Huh? I don't go in with my head down. I go in with my shoulders back. I go in like I belong there. I go in with my strength. I don't focus on the fact that I might not be the richest one in the room. I might not be the most educated one in the room. I might not have the most influence in the room, but guess what? I have the influence that I have, and I go in with strength. I go in with authenticity. It's okay with me if I don't look like everybody else in the room. I am going to be authentically me, the way that I was created to be. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you watching yourself? Because I can tell you that others are watching you. They're watching you to see if they see what you say. Presence is divine. Presence is always with us. But you've got to know for yourself. You've got to be aware. You've got to be intent and understand that presence is always moving in you and moving around you. Take time. Be alert. Be alert. Be alert. When you have an opportunity to be in a circle of this magnitude that's empowering you to see your worth, take advantage of that. Don't take this lightly. This is power. This is presence, because the divine is using each and every one of us to bring forth an awareness to our sisters about who we are and what he placed us here to be. My sisters, make reflection a habit. You can look back to what you've done, assess from it, use it as fuel to move forward. Be your authentic self. Focus, listen. Let others know that you are as aware of you as they are. Show up with confidence, show up with strength. Show up like you've been there before and allow presence to be present in you.
That part, to be bold.
Come on.
Let me tell you something. You hit it. This is why the Presence Day is so important, because we forget that power. That's why I say we got to give it back its precedence, its position, and power. And this day, this gathering is about that. And that's why I thank you for that word because that word was hidden. You said, when I walk in a room, I'm walking up in that room because I know I'm supposed to be. That's walking with your power. You take
Yes.
position because, as I said, nothing is hidden. It is innately. It is infamissable. The beginning, from the beginning of
Yes.
time. It. There is nothing that is not us. This presence is you. It's me. It's I. It's we. We have to move forward in acknowledging that. We have to get still and we have to acknowledge it. We have to know it. Thank you, Valerie, for that reminder.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Valerie, for that reminder.
Yes.
To walk boldly and purposefully in the presence as women, walking forward, giving, serving, I felt that right there. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Look, I was like, y'all better get in here. Y'all better, don't be coming late. Don't come late because she teaching today. It's who
I
we
love
are.
it.
The reality is that the present has never left. It doesn't, you don't have to go looking for it. You just have to do this. And let it rejuvenate you. Go out into the sun. Let it rejuvenate you. Let the wind blow on you a little bit. Let it rejuvenate you, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm feeling awesome today. Awesome as in every day. Y'all know I say every day is a good day. Every moment is a new beginning. So I welcome those of you who are joining us here for the Presence Day. I am Dr. Marian, sister of Afua Boydu, and you have just heard from Valerie Burrell of An Empowerment Place, and I'm going to be putting her information into the comments later on. Please reach out to her. She has beautiful programs and services and ministries that has taken her across the waters. And with more water she'll be traveling across, and more people will be hearing her voice, I should say, as we go forward. So thank you again, Valerie. We have a lot more people coming up because this is only for 1 hour. So we want to make sure we are mindful of our time. And Valerie broke the door open. Hey, that's what you do when you walk in purposefully in the presence. And today is Presence Day. We are recognizing the presence, not men. We're recognizing the presence, the divine presence that keeps us all together, that has created everything. Absolutely, positively, so it is. All right, next, I think I saw our other person come in today really, really quickly. Did I see Monica? Yes, I did. Monica, welcome. How are you, Life Force? Can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Good morning. Good morning.
Listen,
good morning. Good afternoon.
I'm so lucky.
Oh, thank you, Shea Lafayette.
Let me tell you why. Because my sisters that's in my circle are absolutely divinely, stunningly beautiful. You are beautiful, sister. You glowing.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. I'm going to turn it over to you. You can do your process. I'm going to make sure I put your information in at the bottom. We've been having a great day here for the Presence Day gathering, and I invite you to share from your wealthy place on how we can get more connected and reveal the presence that is us.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Peace, Shea Lafayette, to all of you as well. So sis asked me, I was waiting for my daughter to get home. I was like, I gotta jump on. She's doing something, even if it was just participating. Hey, Sister Sharika and Sister Burrell, I just called the end of it, and I know there's some other sisters in the room. And so I wanted to talk about, there is this concept called the Kriya of Chitta and Prana. And with us realizing the power that is within us, the power, the chi, the ki, the ashe, the glory, and all of those things that are within us. So there's this concept in the yoga community called the Kriya of Chitta and Prana. Kriya means action, and Chitta is derived from the root chit, to be conscious. And Chitta is that mind stuff, that chatter. That's where we get our word chatter. We have a lot. We can't settle sometimes because we have all of this mind activity constantly going on. The Kriya of Chitta and Prana, what I'm going to guide you through, it reveals the absence. It gets you into a place of the absence of mind stuff, the activity of thought, emotions, perceptions. And at the same time, it reveals the innate intelligence, the innate intelligence of impersonal prana. Prana means energy, the life force that is within each and every one of you. Kwame Kripalu said the Kriya Chitta and Prana is the highest experience of yoga. It's not just the movement, because there are 8 limbs of yoga, and a lot we think of the asana, the movement. And in different spiritual systems, it's called, it's called something different. So it wants to connect us to what is called that Brahma state, that high level of consciousness, that elevated awareness. And so we want to know that the first experience is we're separate from the body. A lot of us are confined by our weight. We think our weight defines us. We think our gender defines us. We're really separate from that. And so the Chitta, Krita, and Prana reveals a specific inner attunement of impersonal consciousness, awareness, and the innate intelligence, as I stated, of impersonal prana, this energy. This perception, this key reveals the direct perception of self-evident and personal consciousness without depending on any object or agent. What it makes you aware, just to break it down, is that you are the ocean. You're not the wave. And some of you who've heard me speak before, I always say that, because we define ourselves by the wave. When the ocean, the sea is so expansive, the wave is just an occurrence in life. And you just let the wave flow and you release it. But why I love this exercise that we're getting ready to do is because it allows you to know the I am that is within you, the power that is within you. A lot of times we think we have to go outside of ourselves, but we have the innate intelligence right within us. And a lot of us have never tapped into how that energy and that power feels this deep within us. Before I lead people through Reiki, we go through this exercise. So just trust the process, come without the anticipation of anything. One moment, please. Is if we just get ready to sit in a comfortable position. And pardon me, I have to make them aware to get him that I'm on a Zoom. So sit in a comfortable position with your feet firmly planted on the ground. Sit up attentively with the spine erect, but without making yourself overly concerned with your position. And just hands are gently resting on your knees or on your thighs with your palms up. I invite you to gently close the eyes. And just take some deep breaths in. Without struggle or strain. Lengthening the depth of your inhalations and exhalations slightly. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling. Relax your abdomen. Relax your shoulders. Allow all expression to fade from your face. To captivate your mental capacities, visualize that you can breathe in and out through the center of your abdomen. In and out. All of your attention focused on the center of the abdomen. If this visualization is a little difficult, Simply place your hand at the center of the abdomen and allow that tactile sensation to orient your attention. You cannot do anything wrong. Notice any subtle sensations that may be present around the center of the abdomen and how soft you breathe as it gently flows in and out. As you draw your next breath in through the center of the abdomen, allow the sensation, the breath, the energy to rise up in the torso and exit through the center of the chest. So the breathing pattern now is drawing the breath in through the center of the abdomen, feeling it rise up into the torso and exiting through the center of the chest. Notice any subtle sensations around the center of the abdomen. Feel the sensation, the breath, the energy rise up to the chest, and now as though you could simply breathe in and out through the center of the chest. All of your attention focused on the center of the chest. In and out. Notice any subtle sensations that may be present around the center of the chest and how smooth your breath is as it effortlessly flows in and out. As you take your next breath in, draw the breath in through the center of the chest, and then feel as though the breath streams down the arms and exits through the palm of each hand. So now the breathing pattern is in through the center of the chest, feeling the breath, the energy, the sensation stream down the arms, exhaling through the palm of the hands. Notice any sensations that may be present around the center of the chest, the arms, the palms, and how soft your breath is, effortlessly flowing in and out. As you draw your next breath in, through the center of the chest, feel the sensation, the breath, the energy, stream down the arms, and now as though you could simply breathe in and out through the palms of the hands. All of your attention focused at the palms of your hands. Maintaining this concentration and visualization of the breath flowing in and out through the palms of the hands, almost imperceptibly slow. Allow the hands and the forearms to lift off your knees or thighs. Continue breathing in and out through the palms of the hands. In that same slow motion, rotate the hands and the forearms so that the palms are facing one another. Elevate it off of your thighs. Without allowing the hands to touch, slowly bring the palms toward one another until you feel a slight magnetic pressure between the palms. When you first sense that energetic edge, ever so slightly pull the palms apart and then together again. Experiment by pressing and pulling the hands apart and together. Just 1/8 of an inch. Investigate right on that energetic edge. Just ever so slightly. Now that you feel this energy between the palms, see if there's a top or bottom to this energy by continuing to press and pull the palms apart and together. Does this energy have a shape? How wide is it? Gently allow the hands to flow back into your lap or onto your knees. Notice how soft your breath is. Notice how quiet your mind is. And the sense of ease in your body. Maintain a steady stream of attentiveness to the interior condition of this deep, relaxed sense of stillness. This is your touch tone, to be maintained throughout the rest of this session, throughout the rest of this broadcast, throughout the rest of your day. Stay connected. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, and just returning. How did that feel, sisters?
Very well.
Did you notice the difference from when we started to where we are? Did any of you feel that prana, that energy that is within you? It's within you. And we have the ability, that's life force. Jeremiah said in the Bible, the word felt as if power, it was like fire shut up in my bones. That's energy. The word God in German actually means sound. Let there be, I am that I am. And that's within us. That life force has been breathed into each one of you. And so whenever you start to feel that there's a lot of mind stuff going on, just find your place back in the state. And if you don't have the time to start from your abdomen, you guys can start from your chest and just work your way. You know, you can start from your chest, breathing in, and it causes you to visualize and feel that energy. And you go from your chest to your shoulders and your arms down and your hands. When you feel that things are getting hectic or too much, there's another breathing technique you can do, which is alternate breath. You breathe in through, you plug your left nostril, breathe in through your right, plug your right, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left, plug it, exhale through your right. It's Nadi Shona. And what it does is it balances the polarity within your brain. It balances the masculine, it balances the feminine. So if you find yourself anxious, Spirit told me to share that one. If you find yourself, any of you dealing with panic and anxiety, that's a quick way. Do a couple of rounds of that to help balance and to help settle you, to bring you back into that calm state.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, my love, for being. As always, you always bring a continence to us to remember how to reconnect Those of you that are in a group, make sure you give her like a round of applause. Let's just and Sister Valerie, the same thing. Let's give them both a round of applause and a thank you, an ashe, amen, all of that to everyone so that they can understand that this gathering today is, as I said earlier, it is for us to remember, to recall and replace this idea of things that are outside of us, of having precedence, position, and power in our lives. And we are returning that rightful role to the presence. That's why I started doing this 4 years ago, to make sure we understood that nothing can be enumerated or needs to be enumerated or quantified, because divine presence only deals with quality. Why? Because everything is quality, because it is from divinity, the divine presence. We're waiting on one of our other speakers to come in, but in the meantime, I wanted to remind you of something, that when you accept that it is not about religions, it's not about titles, it's not about groupings, it's about expressions of life. The presence only wants to do with the presence of life. Life expressing itself over and over again on a multiplicity of levels. When Valerie talked, she talked about that her knowing that the I am, the presence, the divinity inside of her gives her a certain strength and boldness to walk in places, knowing that she belongs there because it's already hers. She's not a guest. She's coming home to a space that was designed and awaiting her. That right there. How many of us forget that? Because we're worried about what's happening on our jobs. We are getting caught up in the chaos and the strife. But as I said earlier, the present is not disturbed by your presence. It is not atrophied by the fact that time has passed. It is not negated because someone chooses not to acknowledge that the presence is here. It only continues to be the presence, always providing, always guiding, always creating, always knowing. I'm just saying, this is what the Presence Day is about. They want us to turn our power, our focus. And as we all know, when Monica talked about the prana, the energy, right? Where you send that focus, that energy, when she told us to notice what we're noticing, what we're hearing, what we're feeling, we want to make sure we make the first thing we notice and seek to hear and feel is the presence. The presence. Because it is present and it is giving you an expression of life. And we should not be distracted by circumstances or conditions. We cannot forget the divine love, the 500 plus frequency that we all must exist for. As she talked about nirvana, right? That highest state of consciousness that gives us the awareness to move. It's not about words or titles that are unfamiliar. It is about the smallest, minute thought, knowing that it is there. That little bit of abundance, that little thought that reminds you there's abundance. When you see hurt, remember that there's a place where there's no pain. Remember that there is healing. Remember that there is love. Remember that there is hope, there is faith, there is wellness, there is truth, there is honor, there is loyalty, there is everything that you desire already within. However, we have to trust it, believe it, and allow it. And that's knowing with all the acceptance that we are, that the presence is within us, surrounding us, and it is us. Are we great? Are we great? Somebody type that in the room. If you're in the chat, if you can type, just type, we are great, right? We are great. I don't want to focus on a president. No, I want to focus on the presence. All right. Oh, thank y'all so very much. It looks like our next speaker has come into the space, who's going to share from her wealthy place on this day of presence, allowing us to pour out from her place. Thank you for that breath work exercise, Monica, as always. Girl, as always, you always bring us back to a place of centering and a oneness. So we thank you so much for that. All right, so let's bring up our next person, because again, this is only for an hour, and I want to make sure that everyone here is experiencing this presence of each and every one of you. Thank you again for being here. Your presence magnifies the presence, and we are able to go forward. As Monica said, from this hour to the next hour, to the next day, to the next moment, to the next millennium, right? We want to implant this also, this knowing into those we love and care about. Don't just keep it all to yourself. Don't be ashamed to acknowledge that you are seeking a greater part of you. Yes, when we pray, we know while we're praying. We know while we're praying. We know. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Charlotte. Are you able to go live, or or do you still need to be on the phone? Can you go live, or you could only do the phone?
Can you see me?
Oh, I see you, Divine. Beautiful. Why y'all so gorgeous?
I look a hot mess, but it's okay.
Girl, don't you in my presence, because girl, look, I am you and you and I see you. I recognize you. You are a part of me and I am a part of you. And we together are a part of the divine creator that created us. Nothing that was created by divine is missing anything. Nothing that was created by the divine is less than perfect. Nothing that exists in this place is a mistake. Everything, everyone is important. Don't ever forget that.
Thank you.
That's that humanness to tell us, oh, I don't look right. Oh, I'm missing it. Nothing is missing. Nothing is hidden. Everything is available. You are whole. You are visible. You are seen, and you are wanted and needed. That's who you are, my sister. All of you that heard that, that's for all of us.
Yeah.
That's how I y'all. That's why I can hear and see things and it don't faze me. It don't faze me. All right. Go, sister. Got me talking.
Once again, can you hear me good?
Yes, my love. Yes, my love.
Once again, thank you for this opportunity to be on the platform with you and your guest speakers. And so I am hyped. Sometimes you have to hype yourself up every morning. Do you hear me? So
yes.
I want to share a little bit about the presence. Like, the essence of your presence is a gift. There's no one on this world that has the same fingerprint as you. So you are important. How you show up is important. For one, you have to show up for who first? Yourself. Yourself. Self-preservation. When you're on that plane, they tell you, if something happens, put your mask on first. Are you breathing today? Are you energized today? Are you showing up? Are you there? You are important, so important. Again, I pulled a message for you all today, and it was about forgiveness. Forgiveness came up, right? Whew. Self-preservation. You are important. It says, I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough. Ha! And I am free to love myself. You're free to love yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill your cup. Fill your bucket. Other people can fill your bucket. What she just did when I said, I'm a hot mess. I look a hot mess. You know what she did? She poured into my cup. She filled my bucket. She filled our buckets. That's important. And the next is, I listen with love to my body messages. Remember, you are important. Again, there is nobody else who have your fingerprint. How you show up in the world and what you do is important, because if you don't do it, who else will? Nobody has your touch. Nobody have the love that you have. Nobody can understand the places that you have stepped. Nobody may know your journey. Nobody may know your future. Nobody may know your present, but know that you are important. You are important. It says my body is always working towards optimum health. You know how you cut yourself? It heals automatically. It heals. So even those spaces and places that make you broke, where you showing up half, throw it back. Take that time and do what you need to do for you, because again, you are important. You are vital. You are needed. Somebody needs you. Whatever that person needs, it can come from your mouth. Check your thoughts. What are you telling yourself? You talk to yourself more than anybody else in the world. Check your thoughts. Regulate your mind. As she said, guess what? We are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's word right there. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't think that you are not perfect. You are perfect. You are perfect. You are accepted just as you are. It says, my body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. You are healthy, you are whole, and you are complete, and you matter. Your presence matters. Your presence is the gift. The time that you have is now, and it's what you're going to do with now. Don't worry about what happened yesterday, because you can't change yesterday. You only have these moments, and these are the moments that you want to make powerful and impactful. You are who you have. You have to rise up and you have to lay down with you. Check your thoughts. Check your words. You have to like what you see when you looking in the mirror. What Mary J. Blige say? Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, queen. Good morning, priestess. Good morning, empress. Good morning to you, to your spirit, to your soul, your well-being. Your presence is everything. People can feel you before you come. You know how you enter a room and sometimes you go into places and you could just, it's thick up in there because you feel all that energy. That's the presence of others. You can feel it. You can feel the tension when you go in the room. Be the change. Come in that room and shine your light. That's that solar plexus. When I show up, baby, you gonna feel me. You're gonna feel me today. So remember, you are important. You are vital. You mean something to somebody, even if it's just yourself. Love on you today. Again, I cannot stress it enough. Your presence is the gift. And if don't nobody else recognize that, you look in the mirror and you recognize it. A lot of things wouldn't be if it had not been for you. A lot of stories wouldn't get told if it had not been for you. Let what hurt you make you greater. Let what healed you help heal another. What's your mantra? What's your mission? What's your purpose? Don't be your own enemy. Sometimes your worst enemy be your memories. Let it go. Show up. Be present. You know, when they used to say in school, when they would call your name, the other children, they would say, where's John Smith? He'll say here. When they say, where's Charlotte Randolph? You know what I would say? Present. I am present. I am here. This is a day that I've never seen before. This is a day that you've never seen before. Don't let them rope you in their experiences and have them repeat these same days. Each day have a new meaning, and it's the meaning that you give it. So walk in your power, stand fully in who you are, be firm in what you do. And if you want to rewrite the story, go ahead, baby, because there's a lot of ink, pens, crayons, papers. Tell your story. Be present. Be beautiful. Be uniquely you. If nobody else told you I love you, I'm going to tell you right now, I love you. But most importantly, love yourself. Love yourself and show up in all your power and your might. Because again, you are important. You was important enough to be here. And you're a winner. You want to know how I know you won? Because out of all the millions who tried to beat you, baby, you made it to the egg. So be free and know you got it. Even if you had to encourage yourself, hype yourself up. It's Vito, baby. You got it. Okay? You got it. I love y'all. I'm not sure if I'm at my time, but be encouraged. Stand in your power. Walk in your power. Take authority of your day. Reclaim your time. Be present because you only have now. Now. And now is the time to make the changes that you want to see down the road.
Yeah.
Somebody behind you is counting on you. So show up. Show up for yourself. I love you, but most importantly, love yourself. Ashe.
And so it is. Ashe, so it is. So it is. Amen. Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Charlotte, aka Sunfire. He knows my name. Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta say some things that can remind you who you are and why you're there. Remembering that truly, I'm gonna say it again, your life is a direct expression of your trusting that the divine presence is the precedence, is the power, and that has the position in your life. So we go forward today. Thank you so much for that, Charlotte. You said forgive yourself. Know that your body, that you have optimum health, right? We talk about that in the Healing Her Sacred Space, right? The seven life structures, your spirituality, your emotional, mental, your optimal physical health and wellness, right? Being able to understand how to use your knowings, your knowledge, your skills, your abilities, understanding your money, your credit, all of that. And then lastly, understanding how to have rewarding and reciprocating relationships. Some of us forget even the rewarding relationship that is given to us naturally with the presence, that our body functions properly, that we can just inhale and exhale the pneuma, the life, the goodness, the truth. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. I'm not going there. We got 5 minutes left in this day of presence gathering. If you enjoyed this, please send people over. I'm going to replay the video again at 4:30. Follow the speakers. That is Charlotte Randolph or Sunfire. He knows my name. Monica Yvonne Craig, I think it's only on Instagram. And Val is also on Instagram and Facebook. I will be putting it into the comments, but I want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to remember the presence. Lastly, I want to take this time to invite you out to become part of our Inner Healing Circle, which happens every Sunday. We have something called the Sunday Sessions. There is a cost for it. It's only $50. When we meet 4 times a month on Sundays, and we have great speakers like this, and we talk about various topics on how we can continue to heal, evolve, and reveal the divine feminine within ourselves. So if that's of interest of you, that will also be in the comments. And we also have a retreat coming up in July, in-person retreat or online, but we want you here in person, here in Arizona. So come on and join us. The comment details are in the comments. Those of you that are on the call right now, I want to invite you to unmute yourself. Everybody that's here can unmute themselves. I don't care what's in the background. I just want you to unmute yourself. I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to ask you to give us one positive word to walk away with, whether it's just love you, happiness. Give us something before we exit this space to remember that we are R1. The first one on my list is Vivian. Is she still? Vivian, can you unmute and give us perfect? Hello, Mama.
Hello there. So I just want to say to everybody, just to be your own sunshine. You know, sometimes the darkness kind of comes in and it wants to take over your life, but just be your own sunshine.
Indeed, indeed. Okay. Next person up on my list is Goddess. I guess this is Goddess Clara. I can't see. Say it.
Kiara. This is Sadelo. Hey.
Y'all see, I ain't got my glasses. I'm trying.
Hey, lovely.
Hey, I didn't know that was you, girl. I didn't know that was you.
Words that I would use. Stay naked in your truth. Stay
Yeah,
naked.
stay naked in your.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. Thank you, Sharika. Hey, baby.
Y'all doing?
Good. Thank you.
I would say stay humble. Stay humble in every area of your life. Stay humble.
Okay, thank you. Love you, Sharika.
I love you all very much. Thank you for today.
You're welcome. I got somebody on a Galaxy. I
Good,
don't.
dear.
Okay, Galaxy.
It might be me, Amina.
Gorgeous. Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
Go on, show that leg, girl. Show that leg, girl. I know you a dancer. I know you a dancer. Got dancing legs. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
She gonna
I
give
was
us.
my sciatica's hurting me. That's why I have my leg right there, like that.
That's okay, but it looks good. You still looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. What I'll say is, I don't know if this came to my head, but ain't nothing to it but to do it.
That's good enough. Ain't nothing to it but to just do it.
Do it.
Okay, like that day I said, ants in your pants. You need to get up. And do it. Okay.
Yes.
Music has
Mhm.
its way. Thank you so much. And last but not least, did Valerie go away? Okay, Valerie and Monica,
Yes.
you two will close. Valerie,
Yes.
you still have to give us a closing word, madame.
Oh, absolutely. As we are moving in our presence, remember that you are the key to your own empowerment. You have the power, the authority, the capacity. If it doesn't happen, it's because you didn't let it.
Put that back on us. Yes, sis.
That was deep. Oh my God. Yes.
Monica, can you talk to us, sis?
Yeah, I can. Mine is timeless, that being present is outside of time. It doesn't mean that you can't do everything that you need to do. Just do it from a calm, restful, and aware place. So understand that presence is timeless. There's no restriction.
Yes, yes, yes. And my word for you today is that I want to extend to you an invitation to journey into a place that maybe you don't visit very often because you're busy visiting and journeying to other places outside of you. I want to give you an invitation, standing invitation, whenever you want to use it, to journey into a place called you. Journey into the God presence within you. Journey into the walls and the honoring of that knowing, of that love, of that peace, of that prosperity, of that healing, of that awareness, everything you need. So I extend to you that invitation that is only for you, that only you can do inside of you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for contributing. Know that you are truly the temple and the holder of your divinity and your divine feminine. I thank you so much. We are honored for you to be here. As I said, this will replay again at 4:30. I'm going to drop it into all the groups. Thank you all for being here, taking some time out to share, to give us some voices to this world. We need to be present. They gave us a day off in the physical world, but we're always actively engaging in the spiritual world with divine presence. Constantly. Don't ever forget that. Thank you all for being here again. And again, I am Dr. Marian, Sister Afua Boydu. I will be putting the names of all the beautiful goddesses and women and divine beings that were here on today in our comments. If you have anything you would like to ask me privately, please do so by reaching me at bit.ly/chat with me. Talk to y'all soon. Thank you for being here for another year of the Presence Day Gathering.